Hello everyone, I hope all of you are doing well. In this video, I'm going to talk about frequently asked questions regarding teaching in UAE. If we are meeting for the first time, then let me introduce you myself. My name is Fahad and I'm an experienced educationist, and I have worked in Pakistan in one of the national examination boards in Pakistan. I have taught O levels and A levels, and other than that I have worked in Abu Dhabi and I have taught in an American curriculum college there, and currently I'm working and teaching here in New Zealand since January 2024, and I'm teaching high school kids. I will show you a bit view of the park, so if you're not keen you can skip the next 30 seconds, and then I'll jump onto the main video and will answer the frequently asked questions for teaching in UAE. So if you see, it's a nice cloudy day in Auckland. This is a lovely park, and I'm going to find some place to sit here, and then I will record the rest of the video. Alright, so here I am. This is one of the places to sit. Another one is behind me. So you can see that park has this little free library having books. If you want to sit here and read the books, you can do that. So this is the view from the place where I'm sitting at the moment in the park. See some lovely views. All right, so we will start with the questions. Okay, so the first question is regarding the qualification. What qualification do you need in order to teach in the UAE? So you need either a bachelor's degree. So there are basically two types of classroom teacher roles. One is the classroom teacher and one is the subject teacher. If you are teaching as a classroom teacher, you will need a 4 years educational degree, which is B.Ed degree. And if you're a subject teacher, then you need a 4-year bachelor's or 2-year bachelor's, 2-year master's in your subject, along with PGCE or the B.Ed degree or the M.Ed degree. So this is the qualification requirements in order to teach in the UAE. If we talk about the teaching experience to teach in the UAE, then most of the times they want overseas teachers to have at least 2 or 3 years of teaching experience. Now, your teaching experience should be relevant to the type of examination system or the curriculum that you are planning to teach. So if I tell you some common education systems working in UAE, so the first one is the American curriculum, the second one is the British curriculum, which is O levels, A levels. Third one, if it is an Indian school, so CBSE. If it is Pakistani school, so Federal Board. So these are the 4 or 5 main, and IB, of course, International Baccalaureate. So these are like 4 or 5 important we can say education systems that are in practice in the UAE. And if you're applying for teaching, for example, as an O-levels teacher or as an American curriculum teacher, so they want you to have 2 or 3 years relevant experience in the relevant education system. So make sure that you have that experience when you're applying for the jobs. There are different ways to find the teaching jobs. The most common one is finding through the big teaching jobs platforms such as TES or TES or Teach Away. Other than that, there is GEMS education system, GEMS. And other than that, one of the most useful could be LinkedIn. So try to add section heads, coordinators, subject heads on LinkedIn that are relevant to your experience, and then these guys are posting jobs mostly from January, February, or March, because this is the time when the schools are looking for new teachers. So try to expand your network on LinkedIn as well. Other than that, you can visit the websites of different schools. So go on Google and search for 25 best schools or 30 best schools in Abu Dhabi, 50 best schools in Dubai. Go to their websites, check the about page or the employment or opportunities or contact us page, and see if they have posted any job vacancy there. There are different salary ranges in UAE for teachers. I have done a video in detail for that. If you want, you can check that video on my channel. I'm giving the link of the video in the I button and in the description of this video. So in general, the salary ranges from 4,000 dirhams till 16,000 or 18,000 dirhams, depending upon the type of school, depending upon the type of education system, and depending upon your qualification and experience. But generally, if you are getting a job and you have decent experience and you have a decent qualification, then you can land a job around 10,000 or 12,000 dirhams. But I have seen job posts where the schools are offering 4,000 dirhams and they're offering up to 18,000 dirhams per month. Other benefits along with salary are housing, return air ticket. Some schools may offer you the free education of up to 2 kids. Again, these benefits are different from school to school. So you need to check with the HR of your school that what exact benefits you are going to be entitled to. As I have moved here in New Zealand in January 2024, and I'm paying almost more than 25% of my gross salary as a tax every month. So I know how much it is important to get a tax-free salary. So yes, this is true. In UAE or in most of the Gulf countries, whatever salary you are getting, you get the entire salary and you don't have to be worried about paying tax on that. So this is true that you get a tax-free salary in the UAE. If I talk about the work-life balance in the UAE, so the work-life balance is like you need to report there at 7 a.m. in the morning, and your day ends at around 3:30 or 4 p.m. depending upon the school again. And this is from Monday till Thursday. And on Friday, it's a half day, so you will report at 7 a.m. in the morning and you will be free after 12 p.m. However, you need to spend extra time in the preparation of lesson plans, in going through the work of your students and giving feedback and coming up plans for students who are struggling. So we call them intervention plans, so you need to work on them. So it's not like you are just giving the time that you are there in the school to the school, but you need to give the time when you are at your home to the school as well. So it's if I talk about myself, usually when the term is going on, during the term, it's very hard to find plenty of time. Yes, there is time, but you cannot have the entire time free, like the entire weekend or entire time of the day at home. You cannot have as a free time. You need to work on something related to your teaching or learning. If I talk about the school year or a school calendar for teachers, so generally it starts in the third or fourth week of August. Usually teachers have to report 1 week before the students do. So generally it's the week 3 of August when you have to report back. And then after that, your entire year is divided generally into 3 terms. So if I talk about my school, so our year would start in the 3rd week of August, and then it will end at around 8th or 9th of December, and then there will be 3 weeks vacations. Moreover, in between the term, you have a midterm break of 1 week. So when I talk about 3 terms, in first term, after I think 6 weeks, we were having a 1 week term break, a midterm break. And at the end of the term, which is like around 9th or 10th of December, after that we will get 3 weeks off. And then the second term starts on the 2nd of January or 3rd of January if it is a weekend, so 2nd or 3rd, whatever week is. So usually it starts from the 1st week of January, which is the 2nd of January, and then it goes, and then again somewhere in the mid of February you will get 1 week of midterm break, and then in the mid of March you will get your term break again for 2 weeks, and then after that in term 3 you don't get a midterm break. Like in my school, we don't get we did not get a midterm break in term 3. It will go till end, and then at the end of term 3 you will get almost 6 weeks summer vacation. Now, even in within this term, if I tell you that in each term, almost 3 weeks are the weeks for exams and checking the exam paper, so you don't have to be worried about teaching and learning for those 3 weeks. All you have to do is to do lots of invigilation and lots of exam checking. If I talk about the general process, like for example, what is the general process that you're supposed to expect? So the first thing first, you need to get your educational certificates attested by the educational authority in your country. Then you need to get them attested from Ministry of Foreign Affairs in your country. Then you need to get them attested from the UAE embassy in your country, and then after that you will apply for school interviews, and once you are successful in an interview you will submit those documents, and school will apply for your registration. If you are in Abu Dhabi, so they will apply for EDIC approval. If you are applying in Dubai or Sharjah, so they will apply for KHDA approval, and once you get that approval, after that the next step is school will apply for your visa. After the visa, you need to go through the medical, which includes tests such as for tuberculosis, HIV, and some other tests. So once everything is clear, you are issued with an Emirates ID and 2 or 3 years of visa, work visa, and then you can work with that school for 2 or 3 years time period. Usually it's the 2 years. Like my school was like I was getting the 2 years visa, work visa, because my contract was 2 years contract, and after every 2 years school will review your performance. Like your performance is reviewed every year, and in each term, but then they will see if you are a good teacher, they will definitely renew your work visa and your contract. So yeah, this is how you can get your job, and you can be prepared for getting job here. One more thing that I just recalled now is, if you are a non-native speaker, you need to clear the IELTS test, and there are different requirements. Again, check a video. I have done a video on my channel on requirements to teach in UAE or Dubai or Abu Dhabi, so I'm giving the link of the video in the I button and in the description of the video. At least you need to get 6 bands if you are not teaching English, and if you are teaching English you need to get, I think, at least 7 bands. But again, you can watch my video and you can see what is the IELTS requirements. But you need to keep in mind, if you are a non-native speaker, you have to do the IELTS exam. As I have moved here in New Zealand this year, and I can see that the medical is covered through public healthcare system, or if I want, I need to purchase the private insurance for me and my family if we want to see private doctors, or if we want to avail the private healthcare services. However, in the UAE, some of the schools, or I will say most of the schools, provide you the medical insurance for yourself, and some of them provide medical insurance for your family as well. So you don't have to worry about anything. All you have to do is, if you need to see a doctor, you will go there, you will provide your insurance number or your family insurance number, and by paying some upfront cost, which is very minimum, you can get the world class quality care. If we talk about the family visas, so if you get a teaching job in the UAE, most of the schools will provide you the family visa. Some of the schools, if they are not providing you the family visa, in that case you have to apply it for yourself. There is some criteria. I think if you have the accommodation provided by your institute, then I think 3,000 or 4,000 dirhams. I'll put the correct figure on screen while editing the video. And if you are if you are not having the accommodation, then I think you need to have at least 4,000 dirham salary, and then in that case you can sponsor your family, your spouse and kids. So yes, you can bring your family to the UAE if you are having a teacher job. The last and most important question, the cost of living in the UAE. So, the cost of living in the UAE is, for example, if you're planning to get a studio apartment, so again, it depends upon the area, but generally, the price that you have to pay is somewhere around 3,000 to 4,000 or 4,500 dirhams per month. If you are getting 1 BHK, then this price can be 5,000 or 6,000 dirhams per month. And groceries are like you need to pay almost 1,000 or 1,500 dirhams per month. And then after that, like if I include everything else along with the house rent and all that, so a family of four can expect to spend almost 10,000 dirhams per month. This includes the utility bills, this includes your little bit entertainment, going outside on the weekends, and this includes a little bit shopping, this includes your grocery. However, this does not include your kids education fee, and this does not includes your family insurance fee if you are paying it yourself. So if you include that as well, so it can be somewhere around 13 to 15,000 dirhams. But to be honest, if I talk about my experience, I was there with me, my wife, and my daughter. My daughter was not going to the school, and we were having pretty relaxed lifestyle. So it would cost around 10,000 dirhams on average per month, and the rest of the amount, like almost like whatever is the rest of the amount, is basically saving. So I hope so. In this video, I have answered most of your frequently asked questions regarding teaching in the UAE. If you are keen to know about anything, or if you want to add anything, feel free to comment, and I'll try to answer that as soon as possible. I hope this video will answer most of your questions regarding teaching and learning in the UAE. If you find this video helpful, like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your family and friends, and stay tuned for more useful content on teaching and learning. Thank you very much.